Hey guys, welcome to the Seeds of Music YouTube channel. I just wanted to make this video because I love Hendrix and I wanted to show you how to play a major chord like Hendrix. Okay, Hendrix chord is nothing but a major chord that you would normally bar like this, except that he's using his thumb to hold down that root instead of the first finger. So what you end up getting is this. Now to be able to use your thumb for leverage, you're going to have like a really strong like grip, just palm grip alone. So you can build that up by getting like exercise machines, you know, like those spring-loaded ones that you just squeeze, and that builds up the strength right in your palm. Another exercise that you can do is just work on fingering that low E or that low note with your thumb, and just move it one fret up at a time. Now the first thing you need to do is figure out like how exactly is your thumb shaped, because for some people they might be able to have the string held down just with the center of their thumb like that and then be able to play the rest, which I really can't do. I have a hard time doing that. That feels awkward for me. So what I actually do is I wrap my thumb, instead of trying to play it with the fleshy part of my thumb, I wrap my whole thumb around and hit it with the side of my thumb here, because I've just found that that seems to work better. And so what you want to do is you want to just go ahead and make that Hendrix chord shape where you have just these two notes fretted with your first finger, the first and second string. And then you put your middle finger one fret over and a string down, and then your ring finger goes one fret over, one string down. So you have, that's a major chord, but what you're doing is skipping this string here and then putting your thumb. You can do both of those by putting your pinky here and your ring finger there, but I find it a little bit easier to just forget about the fifth string and just play all of the notes besides that. Just position your hand wherever your palm is straight on with that. Be able to, without holding your thumb, play all of those notes clearly without using your thumb. And then add your thumb to it and see where your thumb falls on it. You know, like how thick is the flesh on your thumb? Is it like really bony? You know, where can you squeeze with your thumb to be able to hold down that E string? And the rest of it is just practicing over and over until your muscles in your thumb get really used to that. So you might notice your thumb muscles are sore in the beginning when you're first trying it out. But just keep at it, and you'll eventually develop strength. Because that's all it really is flexibility and strength. When the movement or position is really awkward, you have to develop muscles in certain ways that you're not used to. But once you get over that, it'll just get easier. One cool thing about this kind of way of forming the major chord is that it frees up your pinky to do other stuff. Plus, another thing that it does is it frees you up to jump straight into some licks off of that. So you see there, how hard would it be to go from a major chord like this to doing this bend? Whereas when you form the chord like Hendrix does, then to just do a simple bend like, you know, blues bend like that, all you have to do after you play that chord is slide your middle finger over and bend up with that, and then hit the other notes. You know, if you like this Hendrix chord video, you should head over to seedsofmusic.net, sign up for the email newsletter there, because every week I do a cool interview with an up-and-coming musician, and in those interviews I pick their brains on their tips, techniques, and habits for getting better at their instrument, recording an album, dealing with managers, touring, songwriting, you name it. So head over to seedsofmusic.net. There's forms all over the site. Just enter in your email address and you'll get in on every interview that comes out. Also, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Seeds of Music channel. If you're already subscribed to this YouTube channel but aren't on the email newsletter, please head over to seedsofmusic.net and sign up for the email newsletter so you can get in on exclusive content that doesn't come out to the YouTube channel. See you in the next video.